what happens in the first month back exercising? So I'm going to answer this not in like a scientific way, like, okay, endorphins do this and these molecules. I'm not going to answer like that. I'm just going to tell you from experience because I've just did it. What goes on in the first month back at the gym, first month back exercising, first month back, in a real routine, eating better, working out, moving your body in the first month. This is not going to be like a breakdown scientifically on why certain things do this and that. I'm telling you exactly what I experienced. But I do encourage you to go find a video that explains exactly what's going on in your body. It's just motivating to see, all the changes that are happening inside your body and the health bombs that are exploding. And yeah, it's dope. So with that being said, let's start at week 1. Week 1 is going to be hell. And so is week 2. I just said this in a recent video. It is very, very challenging to get going, especially for me because I started getting up really early. So I get up at 3:45 and actually I get up about 3:20, 3:30 and we're out the door at the gym by 3:45, 4 a.m. So that first week is tough, especially for people who prefer to go early or they have to go early because they have work. But I do think that if it works for you, do it later. But the first week is pretty intense, man. You're getting a lot of sore muscles, a lot of what they call it, delayed onset muscle growth or some shit. You're getting a lot of muscle growth early on. You're not gonna like feel the muscle coming yet because your body needs to tear itself down and rebuild and all that stuff. But the first week is challenging because you're gonna be in a lot of pain after the first day and the second day, and it stays bad for about a week or two, and then your body kind of adjusts. And let's move on to week 2. Week 2, one thing that I noticed that was really cool was that I was actually able to lift more weight immediately. So I was scared after taking 2 years off of working out in the gym, not really doing it consistently. Every now and then I would, but not consistent at all, enough so that I gained all my weight back. But when I was smaller, I was a lot stronger than I am now. And it's because I lifted so frequently and I had a routine and I was doing things how I was supposed to be doing them. So with that being said, week 2, though, I noticed a lot of strength coming back. It was really motivating because I was terrified the first week. I thought I could not bench no more than 145 pounds because I was genuinely struggling to lift 145 pounds on a bench press. And same with squats, same with curls. Everything that I was doing was just significantly lower than what I'm actually capable of doing. So week 2, I realized that I was a lot stronger than I thought I was, which is very motivating. I also realized that I was starting to get a little bit of my breath behind me. I went from doing like 8 minutes of cardio and like dying at the end in the first week to 15 minutes of cardio on the second week, which really helped a lot. Week 2 was really good for getting back in the habit of, I guess, waking up early, getting more things done. I wouldn't say week 2 I started to gain any energy really yet. I was really tired. My body felt defeated. Honestly, the first 2 weeks were just absolute hell for me and tiring. My body was in a lot of pain. The first 2 weeks sucked. Honestly, whenever I start back, I call that hell week because that's what it feels like. Now, week 3 has been exactly what I needed. I've seen a lot of stories back in the day. I guess back in the day, I'm saying it like I'm fucking 50, but I've seen a lot of stories back in my day that say it takes 21 days to build a bad habit or a good habit. And so I think at that 3-week mark, you're hitting that point where you're starting to realize, oh, what I'm doing now, I think I could do for a long time. I just gotta find the sweet spot. And so I say that to say my lungs felt like they increased. I was doing a lot more cardio. I even played basketball. I was out of breath, but I felt like I could do a lot more than I had previously been able to do for over the last 2 years. I was able to lift a lot more, lift a lot longer, less. I didn't feel like I had a ton of pain going on this week, or I haven't felt like I've had a ton of pain going on. It's motivating to know that you're passing certain milestones in your exercising journey. Even if it's only 3 weeks, it feels good to know that when I go squat, I'm not going to be limping around for the next 4 days in pain and agony because my muscles are trying to repair themselves. Week 3 was great for me because I started sweating a lot more. I feel a lot more hydrated. I feel a lot more energy than usual. And I'm optimistic. Like, I'm recording videos. Like, this is my 3rd video that I've made in the last 2 days. So I've been kind of just knocking these things out, and they're not easy for me because I'm not a quantity guy. I'm a quality over quantity guy. So it takes me 3-4 hours to edit some of these videos and find the right sounds. And oh yeah, and also week 3, I have lost some weight. I don't know if it's water weight. I don't know if it's fat. I'm not sure, but I know I've been busting my butt. I've been eating better, and I'm absolutely down a full shirt size, which is amazing. But I'm going to celebrate this win, but I have a tendency to gather weight around my midsection. So my love handles or my waist, whatever the hell you want to call it, is typically a lot wider than the rest of my body. I had this problem even when I was smaller. It was something I was insecure about, that I had these little tiny love handles that stuck out while my upper body was so just like shredded, and it pissed me off. But at the same time, I'm celebrating this win because I was in a 4X this month, and I'm in a 3X now. And this sweater I'm wearing is actually a 2X. So like, your boy's making strides. And even though I could probably have fit into a 2X, I started wearing a lot bigger sizes because I wasn't comfortable. And I have a 2X on, and I'm pretty damn comfortable right now. Celebrate your wins, even if it's a non-scale victory. I don't want to weigh myself every week. I don't want to do updates like that. I'm not solely recording all this for other people's benefit. I'm recording it because one of my biggest regrets last time when I lost all this weight was that I didn't document it. And it's important to me this time around, especially since I've developed the videography skills and the audio skills and all this stuff. It's important to me that I document this and I do it correctly this time, because when I get back down to my goal weight and I get healthy again and I hit all my goals and I'm happy, I want to be able to look back and see for myself every step that I took and all the things that were bothering me at certain points. And I just want to document as much as I can this time around. And if that helps you on your journey, come along for the ride, because I would love to see that. And I'd love to be that person for you guys again. I know I was for a few years and I fell off the wagon, but we don't go away. I look forward to just exercising. I feel like I'm at a point where it's like, okay, now is the time to set my routine, do my certain workouts, eat my protein, get my kitchen stuff down, get the exercising down and the basics down, and stick with them. Once you hit a certain point in this weight loss journey, you realize sometimes it's just about patience and consistency and discipline. Yeah, that's the first month of exercising and what it feels like to be back in the gym. If you're somebody like me who has been smaller, who has been big and small, and their weight has fluctuated with them, when you find your sweet spot, stay there and get comfortable there, and don't try to go too crazy. Don't try to compete with nobody. Stay the course and trust your gut. I trust my gut. I know what I'm doing. I'm not perfect, but I trust myself and I trust what I'm doing. And you have to get to that point on your journey. Trust what you're doing, but know what you're doing as well. And the weight will melt off. And I mean, absolutely melt off if you're doing it correctly. Don't forget to get your sleep. Don't forget to hydrate. And don't forget to hunt health. Appreciate y'all for watching. Stay tuned.